Okay. So now let's begin the class. So students, very good afternoon. My name is Dr. Meghna Garg. I am biology faculty at QNI and I have several years of experience in guiding students for various competitive examinations and also making them ready for their CBSE as well as board preparations. Okay. So students, particularly the topic which we have chosen for today's class is life processes autotrophic nutrition. So in yesterday class, I had already discussed the various modes of heterotrophic nutrition. Today we will be covering nutrition in amoeba as well because that was left from the previous class. That is not included in autotrophic nutrition. So do not get confused. Nutrition in amoeba we will be covering from the previous class. And today we will be beginning with a new new topic, which is autotrophic nutrition. So prerequisites, what all prior knowledge you should have. So in yesterday's class, I gave you the definition for autotrophic nutrition. Now, if I ask you that during autotrophic nutrition, the conversion of organic to inorganic substances takes place or inorganic to organic substances takes place. Yes.
Inorganic to organic.
Very good, Jovan. Everyone else? I would be happy if you could also, some of you try to open your videos as well. So that would be very well if you can open your cameras as well. Okay. Inorganic to organic. Very good. Yes, everyone. The correct answer is inorganic to organic. So what all were the inorganic substances which were being taken by the plants? Very good, Ragul. Yes. Which were all the inorganic substances which were being taken up by the plants?
Carbon dioxide, water. Carbon dioxide
Very
and water.
good. Very good, Raghavi. Carbon dioxide and water, they were inorganic substances. And what were the organic substances? What was the organic substance which was being manufactured by the plant?
Glucose, oxygen, and water.
Out of this, which will you call as organic?
Glucose.
Yes, Ragul, you said something?
Glucose.
Glucose, yes. Only glucose has to be called as organic. Yes. Okay. Okay, Raghavi. So your answer was absolutely right. But when I am asking organic molecule, it would only be glucose out of the 3 products of photosynthesis. Got it? Clear?
Yes.
Okay. So now coming to this weightage of autotrophic nutrition, one question is being asked. So I told you in previous class also yesterday that from autotrophic nutrition, you can always expect one question in board. Always it comes. You check whatever previous year papers you go. Did some of you actually went through the weightage of board examinations? How many questions are there? What is the pattern? Some of you actually went through this?
Yeah.
Very surprising. From
Not
how
yet,
many months, huh? How many months into 10th class till now? When did your classes begin for class 11, for class 10th? Jovan? Raghavi? Rahul has already accepted it. Ma'am, I have not checked the weightage.
No,
So
ma'am, I have
student,
not.
okay. Raghavi,
No, ma'am.
yes.
No,
So
ma'am.
students, see, okay, that's very good that you all people are accepting it. But I would request everyone, please please go to the CBSE site and check one paper. How many questions are there? What are all the different sections? And in next class, I'll also pick up first of all the board examination pattern, because if you people are not aware of the board examination pattern, how will you identify which question can come in 2 marks, which question can come in the form of MCQ? Okay, so there are several. There are passage, there are case-based questions present. So you have to be very thorough with the pattern of board examination. So this is your homework, first homework for today's class, that please go and check the correct pattern of board paper. Okay. Now, moving ahead, what all are we going to discuss in today's class? So students, we are going to talk about nutrition in amoeba. This is not autotrophic nutrition. Do not get confused. This is just we are picking up from the last class. Then we will be talking about steps of photosynthesis, site of photosynthesis, and experiments as well. Okay. So now without wasting time, let's move ahead. First of all, nutrition in amoeba. See, yesterday I told you about the 3 types of heterotrophic mode of nutrition. It was saprophytic, Yes, what were the three types of mode of nutrition? Answer, please. What were those?
Saprophytic,
Hmm.
parasitic, and
Yes.
holozoic.
Okay. So they were saprophytic, parasitic, and holozoic. Now, if I ask you that particularly which mode of nutrition was being performed by humans?
Holozoic.
Holozoic nutrition, yes. So humans, they perform holozoic mode of nutrition. Yes, very good. Now, holozoic mode of nutrition is also performed by amoeba. Yes, holozoic mode of nutrition is also performed by amoeba. But the only difference here is that when we talk of humans, we humans have specialized organs present for intake of food. However, amoeba also is performing holozoic mode of nutrition. In holozoic mode of nutrition, the enzymes were getting secreted inside the body. The digestion was taking place inside the body. That was the key feature of holozoic mode of nutrition. Okay, so now, but what happens when we talk of amoeba? The intake of food takes place through the general body surface. So rather than specialized organs are present, we have the general body surface through which amoeba takes up the food. So now let's see from here. This is amoeba, and in the amoeba's vicinity, food is present. Now, amoeba will do what? So, amoeba is basically extending or it is projecting itself surrounding the food particle. So, it is basically forming some extensions which are trying to capture the food particle. Okay, it is basically forming some extensions. These extensions are called as pseudopodia. Pseudo, pseudo means false, and podia. Podia means foot. So these
Feet.
are basically pseudopodia are basically temporary extensions. These are not permanent. These are temporary extensions of the amoeba, finger-like projections of the amoeba, which not only helps in the locomotion. See, I am referring to the term foot. So by foot we walk. So these pseudopodia, they help the amoeba to walk, to slide or to glide over the surface, but they also help amoeba to capture the food particle. So you can see from here, eventually the pseudopodia grows and now the pseudopodia merges with each other. The pseudopodia is now merging at the top. Okay. Now next will happen. Now this will form a food vacuole. So now the food has gone inside. Now this will break off from here and this will form a vacuole like this. So this is a vacuole which is present now inside the amoeba and inside which food particles are present. Now amoeba will secrete enzymes and it will digest the food particles inside this vacuole only. So this was the food vacuoles. The particles are now digested. The food is digested inside the vacuole only. Why are we calling it a holozoic? Because now see, the food is taken inside in the form of a food vacuole and then it is digested by the amoeba. That's why it is called as holozoic mode of nutrition. Okay. Now, once there are digested products, some of them are used by the amoeba. However, the waste material again gets released from the body surface. So the now waste materials, they fuse with the plasma membrane and there they are now being released outside the surface. Got it? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so please write these that amoeba, they takes in food using temporary finger-like extensions called as pseudopodia, which fuse over the particle forming food vacuole. So these extensions are called pseudopodia. Okay, Ragul, you are not writing. Why? Everyone should write this. You're writing? Very good.
Ma'am, I have written already.
Okay, very good, Ragul. Raghavi, Joven, have you written down?
Done, ma'am.
1 minute,
Okay.
I'm still writing.
Okay, you are still writing? Okay, I'm waiting. Once you complete, let me know. I'll switch on to the next slide.
Done, ma'am.
Completed, ma'am.
Okay. Now, solve this question.
Option B, ma'am. Option B. Option B.
Option B,
Holozoic
ma'am.
and parasitic. Holozoic and parasitic. Option
Okay, Raghavi is saying option number B, Holozoic and parasitic. Ragul, what's your answer?
Option B, ma'am. Option B.
Option B. And Jovan, what's your answer?
Also option B, ma'am.
Also option B. So yes, well done. The correct answer is option number B. In amoeba, the mode of nutrition is holozoic, whereas in cuscuta, the mode of nutrition is parasitic. Okay. Now let's move to the most favorite part of this chapter, which is autotrophic nutrition. Okay. Now, students, see, once you go through the NCRT, in NCRT, there are 3 steps of photosynthesis written. Everyone, please open your NCRT if you have it and see these steps of photosynthesis. There are 3 points written in it. Okay. Meanwhile, you are opening it. Now I am going to explain you that. Even if you have not opened it, okay, it's okay. Let me first explain you and then you can see or you can follow the steps. See, steps of photosynthesis. Photo means light. Synthesis, that means something is getting manufactured or something is getting synthesized. Synthesis is taking place of something. That means something is getting synthesized because of light. Okay. Now, light is what? Light is basically a type of energy. Okay. So, light is basically a type of energy. Now, what happens in the photosynthesis? Now, students, recall the equation of photosynthesis which I had told you in previous class. Okay, please listen to this very, very carefully for next 15 minutes. Please pay your full attention. See, write down the equation of photosynthesis. CO2, H2O, sunlight, chlorophyll, C6H12O6, oxygen plus water. Balancing the equation like this. Okay. Now, for production of this part, this right hand side for production of glucose, oxygen and water, what are all the raw materials which photosynthesis need? Raw materials. Raw materials would be carbon dioxide. Second, it would be water. Third, it would be sunlight. And the fourth one would be chlorophyll. These are all raw materials which are required for photosynthesis. Am I right? Am I right or wrong?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, these are all raw materials which are required for photosynthesis. Now let's see in photosynthesis where are these raw materials getting utilized. Okay, how is photosynthesis taking place? So first of all, what happens? The first of all, there is absorption of sunlight by chlorophyll. So here two of the raw materials they are getting utilized. The chlorophyll is present in the plant itself. Okay, the chlorophyll is present in the plant itself. The chlorophyll is absorbing sunlight. So what it is doing? It is absorbing sunlight. So two components are getting utilized here. Two raw materials we have already utilized. Now what happens? Using this energy of sunlight, Asha, now one more thing. Water is being taken up by the plants from the roots. So water has also reached to the leaves where already chlorophyll is present and chlorophyll is absorbing sunlight. So from here you can see this is the leaf. Sunlight it is taking from the atmosphere and it has already chlorophyll present in it. Now, water is also traveling to the various parts of the plant and water is also reaching to the leaf. Now, inside this, what will happen particularly? Because of this energy which is being absorbed by the chlorophyll, photolysis of water takes place. Photolysis of water, very, very important step, So because of the energy which is being trapped by the sunlight, or we can say because of the sunlight, the photolysis of water takes place. Okay, see students, whenever you will move to class 11, there I am going to tell you why particularly water is getting broken down. It is to release electrons. That is all a very complex step. So for now, you can just memorize that because of the sunlight, eventually the water gets broken down. So now what is happening? H2O is getting 2H plus ions plus half oxygen plus electrons. Okay, this is how the equation or the photolysis of water is taking place. Okay, now see from here one more thing. Oxygen, the one of the products of photosynthesis, which is oxygen, is getting liberated from the photolysis of water. Very, very important that from where we say that oxygen, why do we say that oxygen is produced during photosynthesis? Because whenever water breaks down because of sunlight, eventually oxygen is liberated. Okay, so you can see that one of the products of photosynthesis, it is basically coming from water. Very, very important. Please highlight this extremely important part. Okay, oxygen which is liberated during photosynthesis is coming from the breakdown of water. Okay, now what happens? These two reactions are occurring in light, occurring in sunlight. Okay, so that's
Ma'am,
why these. Yes, please, Jovan.
could you tell what this photolysis of water means again?
Yes, please. Sure. So basically, photolysis of water takes place that there is breakdown or there is lysis of the water using energy of the sunlight, or you can say in presence of sunlight, the photolysis of water is taking place. So when the water is being broken down, eventually what is happening? Hydrogen ions are released, electrons are released, and also oxygen is released. So when we say that during the photosynthesis, oxygen is released by the plants, from where that oxygen is coming? That oxygen is coming from the photolysis of water. Photo means in presence of light, in presence of sunlight, using the sunlight energy. Got it?
Yes, ma'am, got it.
Okay. Now, what is happening? These two reactions, first and second, sunlight is getting absorbed by the chlorophyll and photolysis of water is taking place. These two reactions are dependent on light. Got it or not? These two reactions are dependent on light.
Yes.
Yes. So these two reactions come under light reactions. These two reactions, these two processes, they are coming under light reaction of photosynthesis. Okay. Now, what happens in the second step? While this is happening, sunlight is getting absorbed by the chlorophyll and also photolysis of water is taking place. Eventually, light reaction is happening. Light reaction is basically sum up of these 2 points. The end product of light reactions is generation of chemical energy. Okay, so now when these two reactions, or when you say that light reactions are occurring, eventually because of these light reactions, generation of chemical energy means ATP and NADPH. Okay, ATP and NADPH. These are chemical energy which are produced during light reactions. Got it? Understood till now? Any doubts?
Yes.
No
Okay.
doubt, ma'am.
Okay. So the end product of light reaction is that these two products are getting synthesized. Now comes what? Okay. So now we have understood the role of water as well. We have understood the role of sunlight and chlorophyll as well. Now, where is carbon dioxide used? So now the photosynthesis has light reactions occurring in the light, whereas photosynthesis has also another set of reactions which are called as dark reactions. Okay, so initially light reactions are occurring and then after light reactions, dark reactions will take place. Now, during these dark reactions, the carbon dioxide gets converted into carbohydrates. is getting converted into carbohydrate, or by carbohydrate, I mean to say glucose. But for this process to occur, for this dark reaction to occur, you need the energy which was produced during the light reaction. Okay, so using the energy which was produced during the light reaction, which energy? Chemical energy, which was ATP and NADPH. Using this energy, the carbon dioxide is getting fixed into carbohydrate. That's how glucose is formed. Got it?
Yes, ma'am. Got it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now if I say that basically in photosynthesis, there are two reactions occurring. One are light reactions. So I'm now putting out a summary of this. Basically, light reactions and dark reactions occur in photosynthesis. During light reactions, ATP and NADPH, that means chemical energy, is produced, which is used in dark reactions for conversion of carbon dioxide into carbohydrate, that is glucose. Okay. Now open your NCRTs. Open your NCRT book and read the 3 steps of photosynthesis. So I would request everyone, each one of you, to say one point each. So who has NCRT opened? Raghavi, can you begin with first? The first
Yes,
step
ma'am.
of photosynthesis. Yes, please read that out.
Absorption of light energy by chlorophyll.
Okay, got it? First point, that's what I have just told you, that absorption of sunlight is taken by chlorophyll. So Raghavi, this is light reaction or dark reaction?
Light reaction.
Very good. Now, Raghul, can you say the second point? Okay, Raghul, I think is opening NCRT.
Conversion
Yes, Raghul, yes, please.
to chemical energy and splitting of water molecules into hydrogen and oxygen.
Okay, conversion, once more, conversion of?
Light energy to chemical energy.
Wait.
Splitting of water
Wait. Conversion of light energy to chemical energy. So that's what we have just discussed, that there occurs generation of chemical energy. And Raghul?
And splitting of water molecules into hydrogen and oxygen.
Very good. So splitting of water molecules, that means photolysis of water is taking place to generate oxygen, hydrogen ions and electrons. Got it? Clear? So Raghul, these are light reactions or dark reactions? Yes?
Light reaction, ma'am.
Light reaction. Very good. Clear? Raghavi, Raghul, Jovin. 2 points are clear to everyone?
Clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now let's move to the third point. Jovin, your turn now.
One minute, ma'am. I'm getting my book.
Okay. Quickly. It's okay. Raghavi, Jovin, let's not waste time. Raghavi, can you say the third point? Jovin, you just listen to it. Okay. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Reduction of carbon dioxide to carbohydrates.
So
I got the
this is
book, ma'am.
okay. You got the book? Yes. Open your book now.
Reduction of carbon dioxide to carbohydrates.
Done. So in the dark reaction, carbon dioxide is getting converted to carbohydrates using the energy which was produced, or using this chemical energy which was produced during the second step. Got it? The 3 points of NCRT are thorough.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone, Raghavi, Raghul.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, Now let's quickly see the process of photosynthesis. So with animations, now we are going to take a look at all these three steps. So these are the three steps we have studied. We are just going to see these steps through animation. Now see, carbon dioxide and water is being taken by the plants. Now let's see the zoomed in version. If we are zooming into the leaf, that from where exactly carbon dioxide is being taken. So we are seeing carbon dioxide entering into the leaves, and now we are zooming into the leaf. Now, once we zoom into the leaf, we see pores like these, and these pores are called as stomata. So basically, carbon dioxide is entering into the leaves through these stomatal pores. Now, what is happening? Water is coming from the roots. Okay, so suppose let's say this was the plant. Let's say this was the plant and these were its roots. So now water is coming from the roots. Okay, whereas carbon dioxide is being taken from the surface of the leaves. So you can see this is the stomatal aperture here. I'm marking this. See, this is the stomatal aperture here, the gap between the cells. From here, carbon dioxide is moving inside the leaf cell. Okay, this is a leaf, the cross section of a leaf shown here. Now water has moved inside the leaf, carbon dioxide has also moved inside the leaf. Now inside the leaf, you have chloroplasts present. Okay, so now inside the leaf, you have chloroplasts present. So these are your chloroplasts. Now inside the chloroplasts, you have chlorophyll pigment present. So now just revise the raw materials of photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide is present, water is being taken, chlorophyll is being taken. Chlorophyll is already present inside the leaves. Now what is happening eventually? Sorry, once. So now sunlight is falling, the chlorophyll is getting activated, and first of all, the photolysis of water takes place. So see from here, the water has broken down to produce hydrogen ions and oxygen. Electrons are not shown here, but electrons are also produced. Okay, so now hydrogen and oxygen is being produced. This Apart from this, now during the light reactions, chemical energy ATP is produced. So this is what we had already discussed, that there is generation of chemical energy or ATP. Now from this, oxygen moves out of the cell. Once again, see, follow the oxygen. Oxygen is moving out of the cell, whereas hydrogen and ATP, that means the energy, is moving to the carbon dioxide. Okay, that means it is moving to the dark reactions. Now, carbon dioxide will eventually use this energy, the hydrogen, and it will get converted into glucose, which is the carbohydrate. Got it? Done,
Yes,
everyone?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ragul?
Yes, ma'am.
Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Very good. Now, during this process, again, oxygen and water were released as byproducts. So, oxygen and water, they are moving out. Now, solve this question, everyone.
Ma'am, option D.
Photolysis of water.
Option D,
Option
ma'am.
Photolysis of water.
Photolysis of water, option number D. Okay, everyone is saying option number D. So yes, well done. The correct answer is option number D, photolysis of water. Now, students, to your surprise, you have also solved one previous year question of NEET examination. Yes. So if you are aiming for medical for NEET examination in higher classes, then you have already solved one question of it at your this level only. Okay. So did you people face any difficulty while I was teaching you the concept? Any difficulty which you got?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
So that's how we teach you. Okay. So that's how the flow goes on. I try to teach you in the most simply. We try to teach you in the most simplified manner. Okay. Now, the correct equation of photosynthesis, I want everyone to write it down in the chat box. The correct equation of photosynthesis. That is being often asked in 1 mark question in your board examination. Okay. Very good, Ragul. Very good. Thankfully, you have completely written. Very good, Raghavi. Very good. Very good. The correct balance. No, Raghavi, not 6H2O. It is 12H2O. In the reactant, 6CO2 plus 12H2O forms C6H12O6 plus 6 oxygen plus 6 water molecules. Please correct it. Yes, Raghavi. Very good. Very good attempt. Jovan, I'm so happy. Yes, so Jovan wins the race by even writing the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. Yes, so sunlight and chlorophyll, please write it down on the arrow. Okay, Ragul and Raghavi also. Okay, so I know you people know, but you people didn't write this in the chat box. That is absolutely okay. So also please write sunlight and chlorophyll. Okay, so well done, everyone. I'm so happy with your performance. Now let's move ahead. So now let's see the site of photosynthesis. So quickly, I am going to tell you people here that suppose this is the leaf. Now, if you take a cross section of the leaf, so in the previous animation, I showed you the cross section of the leaf. Now see this, in the leaf, you have specialized cells present. So the cells which I am drawing here, these are your leaf cells. These leaf cells are also called as mesophyll cells. Okay. Now, inside the mesophyll cells, you have these green structures present. Small green dots. I think all of you can see the green dots here present inside the mesophyll cells. Everyone can see this? The green dots. Now I'm drawing it with the help of red color. Everyone can see this or no?
Yes, ma'am.
These are mesophyll cells. And the green dots which are now present inside, they are your chloroplasts. They are your chloroplasts. Okay. Now inside this chloroplast, chlorophyll pigment would be present. So exactly in leaf, where is photosynthesis taking place? The photosynthesis is taking place inside the mesophyll cells. Okay. So inside the mesophyll cells, you have your chloroplast present, and inside the chloroplast, you have chlorophyll pigment present. Now, when we say the leaf, okay, so in leaf you have certain pores present. Okay, these pores are called as stomata. Okay, so these are stomatal pores, you can see here. Now if I ask you, this is leaf. The leaf has two surface, the upper surface and lower surface. So this is called as upper epidermis and this is called as lower epidermis. Now if I ask you, suppose this is a leaf, okay, and sunlight is falling from above. This is the upper surface of the leaf, upper epidermis, and this is the lower surface of the leaf, lower epidermis. Sunlight is falling from above. Okay. Now, let me go to this part. Okay. So now this is leaf. Sunlight is falling from above. This part of the leaf is upper epidermis and this part of the leaf is lower epidermis. Now, if I ask you on which surface of the leaf stomata would be more, on the upper surface or on the lower surface?
Lower epidermis.
Okay. Ragul and Jovan, what's your opinion on this?
Lower epidermis.
Why? Why? Raghavi, can you explain this? Why? Why did you say lower epidermis? Why lower epidermis? So the answer to this is because sunlight is falling. The more sunlight is falling, the more sunlight would fall. There are more chances of loss of water. The loss of water from the leaf surface is called as transpiration. So more water loss would occur. To prevent that, stomata would be present more on the lower surface of the leaf. Okay, so remember this, that stomata would be present more on the lower surface of the leaf to prevent the loss of the water, because direct sunlight would be falling on the upper surface of the leaf. Got it? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now see this. Now you have this stomata present here. This is the stomata. Now from this stomata, gases would come. That means carbon dioxide would enter inside. Okay. Now the stomatal pore is surrounded by two cells which are called as guard cells. So these are guard cells. Stomatal pore is covered by two guard cells. Now these guard cells, they regulate the opening and closing of stomata. Okay, so the guard cells role is that they are regulating the opening and closing of stomata. How? So whenever water flows in the guard cells, so whenever Whenever water is present in sufficient amount in the soil, from soil the water will be taken up and it will eventually reach the leaves. Now once the water flows inside the guard cells would swell. Okay, so water enters in guard cell and the guard cells would swell. Once they swell, this leads to the opening of stomata. Okay, so stomata opens eventually. Stomata opens. However, in conditions where there is deficiency of water, so in deficiency of water, think automatically photosynthesis has to stop, because one of the prerequisites of photosynthesis is water. So what would happen whenever there is water deficiency? Water moves out of the guard cells. Water moves out of guard cells and the guard cells would shrink. The guard cells would shrink and stomata closes. Okay. Now see, this is the open state of stomata shown to you. Once I draw state like this, these are the two guard cells I'm drawing. Once I draw you state like this is stomata closed. There is no pore visible here. However, when we are drawing guard cells like this, so the guard cells here, they are now open, they are quite swollen up. Then this leads to the formation of a pore, and this is called as stomatal pore. Okay, so whenever guard cells, they are shrinking down, water is flowing out, that means stomatal pore would get closed. When the guard cells take up water, they swell and the stomatal pore opens. Got it, everyone? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone clear? Okay, so now solve this question.
Clear, ma'am.
Very good. Solve this question. This question was asked in CBSE 2022, previous year question.
C, ma'am.
Is it option A, ma'am?
Option A. Okay,
Option-
Ragul.
Option A.
Option A. Okay, so first of all, look at this image. These are two guard cells. Can you see any stomatal pore present in between them? Can you see any stomatal pore present? No.
No.
That means stomata are closed. The stomatal pore is closed. Okay. So now if the stomata is closed, what must have occurred? So see, large amount of water flows into the guard cells. No, this would lead to opening of the stomata. So this process was not occurring. Next, gaseous exchange is occurring in large amount. No, obviously the stomata are closed. That means no gaseous exchange is occurring. Third, large amount of water flows out from the guard cells. Yes, we know this because whenever water flows out of the guard cells, then only the stomatal pore gets closed. The guard cells would get shrinked and the stomatal pore would get closed. Last, large amount of sugar collects in the guard cells. So no, because there is no relation, or you can say that for opening and closing of stomata, water's movement is considered, not sugar. Got it? So the correct answer to this would be option number C. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Joven,
ma'am.
Raghul.
Yes, ma'am. Got it.
Okay. So now with this, students, see now this what happens in desert plants. So this I'm skipping for now because this is a very important concept. So I'm also skipping CO2 is necessary for photosynthesis. These are all we are going to cover in next class because autotrophic nutrition takes time to explain. Now let's conclude what all have we studied. So now tell me, what are the raw materials which are required for photosynthesis? Raw materials which are
Carbon
required for
carbon dioxide, water, sunlight, and chlorophyll.
Very good. The The two reactions of photosynthesis. The two
Dark
reactions.
reactions and light
reaction, dark
reaction.
reaction.
Very good. Light reaction and dark reaction. Okay. Light reaction and dark reaction. From where the oxygen is getting generated during photosynthesis?
Photolysis of water.
Very good. Carbon dioxide gets fixed into carbohydrates during which reaction? Light or dark?
Dark reaction.
Dark reaction.
Dark reaction.
Very good. Dark reactions. Very good. So carbon dioxide is getting converted into carbohydrates. Now, students, let's solve some questions on the platform as well. So once you log into the platform, you can go to the dashboard section. Then you can go to the assessment section, practice, custom, okay, science section. And then we can go to the live processes, view topics. So now I am going to select this topic, practice for selected topics. Practice. Okay, so basically we have attempted this question. So just like once you open into this platform, we have already solved all the questions of this particular topic. But once you open this platform, then you will get questions. So your homework for today is that you will go on the platform and you will start solving questions, or from your own books also you can solve at least 10 questions of autotrophic nutrition. Okay, so that's your homework for today's class. Now let me go back to the class. Okay.
Ma'am, could you repeat the homework?
Yes. So first of all, I asked you, just wait, student, please. Okay. So first of all, I asked you to go home and solve at least 10 questions on autotrophic nutrition. And second, please check the correct pattern of board examination. I'm also going to take up this in next class. What is the correct pattern of board examination? But also please try and have a look yourself also. Okay. So that's your homework. Now, what's next? So what happens in desert plants? Again, I am going to discuss this, and one very, very important concept. CO2 is necessary for photosynthesis. This experiment we are going to cover, and also why or how chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. These two reactions we are going to cover in next class. Okay. So students, do you have any doubts? Anyone? Any doubts, anyone?
Ma'am, do we have to join the evening session as well?
If you want to revise the concept, then you can join. If you have any doubts, you can join, you can ask. Otherwise, if you have studied, if you have understood everything, we would be teaching the same thing in evening session as well. So you can skip.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So any doubts, anyone? Are you people enjoying the lectures? Did you enjoy the session?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ragul? Okay. So with this, students,
Yes,
thank you, everyone. Bye-bye. Take care. Keep studying, stay focused, and stay hydrated. I'll see you in next class. Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am. Bye,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am. Bye.
Okay. Most welcome. Bye-bye.